Hello neighbors, it's Brad here at eTrailer, and we are in my disaster of a garage looking for storage solutions. And today, one of those solutions is the Malone Kayak Hammock. My garage is my workspace. I have multiple projects going on. I have 2 kids and I have hobbies. To try to make these all work in a small space and still have it usable is really hard to do, especially with the Midwest winter coming. My wife doesn't want to scrape her windows, and I don't blame her, but part of that is making this spot clear. So really, I think my only options might be to go up. This is going to be a great option for you that have kayaks that need storage, and including your sea and fishing kayaks, which can weigh a decent amount of weight. This can handle 120 pounds, and so it should be safe to hold all those in place and have them out of the way. So this is my old solution for storing kayaks, and honestly it sees a lot of sun, so it gets faded. Also wintertime it's cold and freezing, so the plastic over time can get brittle, as well as all my seating. And I'm relatively tall, so it's not too bad, but anyone shorter is going to have issues. Now, being outside, it is exposed to the elements, including rain and snow. So as that water actually contains in here, it sits stagnant, which breeds mosquitoes. So let's get rid of that, not have to worry about swatting them away during the summer. We're gonna have this kayak looking really good for a lot longer than sitting outside in the elements. And being protected in our garage also makes it pretty hard for someone to steal. Having this out of the elements and just out of the eye of any passerby is really nice to have. And I know an investment like this, you want to keep it looking good, but I understand that kayak storage, sometimes you're limited and you have to put it outside. I've found that this part of real estate in my garage was unusable until I raised something up. So this is the perfect solution to put it right where I need it to be. I have head clearance, I can still work at my workbench. And honestly, it's a lot easier to use physics with pulleys to raise this up. So just putting the kayak on a holder, it's kind of heavy. This actually makes it pretty light. So it has a braking system. So as you can tell right now, rope's hanging down. You simply pull it down and that's gonna loosen that brake. Once loose, the weight of the kayak will actually start to bring it down. You can then alternate to bring the other one. Now, once you have it on the ground, it's as easy as pulling your straps out and your kayak will be ready to go. Now, the straps that are included are pretty simple, but effective in the fact that there's multiple loops spaced out, and that's gonna allow you to adjust how big of the actual wrap goes around the kayak, and so you can adjust for width. And also, I found that tightening it up a little bit, a couple rungs, actually puts it closer to the ceiling for me. So I do have that adjustability. These little claws here, spread it out nice and wide, and that way it's not pinching here, and it keeps it nice and stable while lifted. Once you're back from your adventure, you can simply put your kayak on the ground, put the first loop through one of the hooks, and then again you can adjust to what tension you want. So if you want a nice tight fit, you could go for that, but if you have the space, you can go one looser, and that's also not a problem. I like the fact that you can actually do one pulley at a time, or you can do both, so that way you know that you're raising it up properly. And again, once you're done pulling it up, it can be hands-free. Also included in the kit is a cleat to make sure that it's actually secure. So many customers have used this for other uses rather than just a kayak, whether it be a canoe, a rooftop cargo box, or any large cumbersome item that fits in that 120 pounds could feasibly be stored using physics. I actually am thinking about getting one of these for my daughter's Power Wheels because this is one of those large objects. It's hard to store, it's hard to find a good spot for it, and now I can walk around. I don't have any clearance issues and it's out of the way. And when they want to ride it, it's as simple as undoing the rope, latching it down, and it's ready to go. It comes with all the hardware you'll need to get it installed. Just make sure you're mounting it to the studs on your garage's roof. So if you have a stud finder, that's going to be a great option. I just created a crossbeam section with a 2x4 to attach it to my studs to make sure that I was getting good wood contact. And that was a look at the Malone Kayak Hammock installed in my garage. Thank you for watching.